Hello guys, welcome to the High on Android Roadshow. Give me a second while I get my camera together here. Perfectly on there. Loud enough. Got better. That should be fine. So that. Let me see if I can change that. Hey, alright. Yeah, welcome to the High on Android Roadshow again. I'm on the road, so I figured I'd make this time useful. I'm stuck in rush hour anyways. If you guys have any topics you guys want to talk about, it can be anything. What's up, brown boy, individual? Give me a second. I gotta make my screen. I'm using the LG G6 today, by the way. Yeah, not my favorite phone. Hey, what's up, Total Tech? But I'm using it because I don't really have Verizon phones, and I have a extra, like a US unlock version which works on Verizon, so that's why Verizon's, the best network for doing something like this, because every time I use T-Mobile, we'll have like dead areas while we're driving. Yeah, this, more reliable network. I feel like an advertisement, but it's true. Yeah, for those of you wondering, Verizon, think of it this way, Verizon is more like commercial grade, T-Mobile is sort of consumer grade, right? But if you absolutely need absolutely need it working, then yeah, Verizon's the way to go. Look into Dr. Sebi. He's found some cancer. I mean, there's literally a ton of different cancer cures out there. The only reason I'm doing with the aloe, like I said, I have a ton of aloe in my backyard, so yeah, Verizon coverage is supreme. It's a supreme leader. It's a Kim Jong-un of networks, yeah. But I don't like their bootloaders. I fucking hate Verizon. Now you know that I don't really support Verizon other than their network speeds. I hate their phones, man. Their phones suck ass because everything's lock bootloader. So I don't really like T-Mobile or Verizon, as a whole, as a company. All the networks are all piece of shits, man. I can tell you, all AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, Verizon, they all can suck it. I fucking hate all of them, man. It's just that we don't have better choices, so we're stuck. Tutorial to play Fortnite with PS4 controller. Yeah, I don't know. I have a PS4 controller. Yeah, I can go ahead and try it, but there's a way to. The first thing you need to do is connect it using a PS4. I can tell you how. I do have a tutorial, I think, with a PS3 controller. But basically, there's a bunch of apps you can use to connect it. But you'll most likely need root, because to get the controller to work, you'll need to use the Octopus app, which allows you to basically map your keys. Because Fortnite banned the controller use, so you absolutely need root. Yeah. Fortnite on old phones? Yeah, I mean, I know the method. It's just, I was going to try to make a video, but the problem right now this week, safety net servers are down. So a lot of phones, they don't pass safety net, not because it doesn't actually not pass it, but it doesn't pass because the safety net, it's all messed up right now. So yeah, as soon as that's back up, then I can make the tutorial, but basically you can use GL tools, set your GPU to Adreno 530, and the rest of the steps are exactly identical. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty easy hack. There's actually a few videos online already. Yeah, there you go. Steve Stifler said he was able to get it online. S8 on the day. Yeah, if you have a Galaxy S7, S7 Edge, S8, S8 Plus, S9, S9 Plus, all the latest Galaxies, you don't need root. But you still need to follow the method if you have root. So that tutorial really, if you have the newer Galaxies, is was actually for people who have rooted Galaxy phones. So if you're not rooted and you don't need to root, then you don't need any of that. For example, if you wanted to use a controller, yeah, then you would need root. So S8 active. I don't actually know about the S8 active. Yeah, is that? I didn't know it even existed. Yeah, I think Samsung should go back to making the active versions, and I don't know, make some phones with removable batteries. It's like every day they become more like Apple, like make one shit phone that everybody uses, you know. Yeah, one shit phone, really. That's the problem with the iPhone, man. There's like 2 different versions, you know. You're 3 updates behind. Just use Odin and stock firmware update, or I would just use a custom ROM anyways. But yeah, if you're gonna go the root route, I would actually not even use stock firmware, because you know those things are not that secure anyway. I'll use a custom firmware. You know, like on my S9, I got a custom ROM that allows me to do like almost unlimited slow motion in 240 frames per second, whereas limited to I think 5 minutes without it. So many things you can do with it. So yeah, most people actually install custom ROMs, I think. I don't know why you want to stick with stock. Stock just means stock, basic, nothing, no new features. You know, if you're gonna really take advantage of that and actually install a custom ROM, even the basic custom ROMs have way more features, even on TouchWiz. Hello, greetings from New Jersey. I'm in here in California. It is 3:37 p.m. Rush hour just starting out here. Yeah. Hey, look at this. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate traffic. Traffic's the worst out here. Traffic used to be not bad. Maybe like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, there was no traffic like this. Now it's just like there's more people, I guess. S9 Plus. Yeah, that's been actually happening to me on the new build. So what you can do is just install a custom ROM. There's a custom ROM on XDA, so I was like, fuck, screw this. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, we got cut off there. So the root method works fine. I think something to do with the new update. I don't know what's going on. It could be the Magisk, but just simply install a custom ROM. Sorry, my phone's out. I don't know, my YouTube app keeps closing. So yeah, just yeah, use a custom ROM. That's my recommendation. No, I don't know, something wrong with my YouTube app. It just keeps kicking me out, but hopefully it's okay after. It could be yeah, use a custom ROM. Like I said, I installed I forgot what the ROM is. It's the one by Soldier. Yeah, the Soldier ROM, Soldier something ROM. Go to XDA. You can use that for S9, S9 Plus. It's so nice. You can get like you got the better camera. You get the camera mod. The camera mod is awesome. Yeah, so much faster. So try that. Yeah, pretty bad traffic out here. How do you root Galaxy Halo? I have a go Google how to root with Magisk, Samsung, Android. Just follow. I have a universal guide you can follow for all the Samsungs. They're all pretty much the same. So long as you don't have, you know, Verizon, then it should work. As long as there's twerp recovery that exists for it. Quick charge 4.1. I don't know. Can you flash S9 ROM on N9050U T-Mobile? No, hell no. You cannot install any custom ROM on any of US Snapdragon. Alright, it's been like this since the Galaxy S7, S7 Edge. So that's why I don't buy US models. I've repeated this knowledge about 1,000 times now, but if you don't know it, now you know. Those things have locked bootloaders, and you cannot install custom ROMs. So if you buy anything from AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, Verizon, you cannot root it, pretty much. There's SAM-fail root method, but I don't recommend it because your phone gets laggy, and you will lose battery super quick, and you won't even be able to charge beyond 80%. So it's just like you're crippling your phone just to get root, and I don't actually recommend root methods like that, you know. Look, I'm trying to like cut in like all these people going hella slow, yo. Right, it's like yeah, Lineage OS is very good on the Galaxy S9. Obviously because Project Treble. So with the S9, also the Note 9 should be very good for Lineage OS. Yeah, that question's been answered about 1,000 times. That's why sometimes I'm not gonna answer it like again. But basically, if you buy a US model, forget root. If you buy a US model of Galaxy, and that's the big beef I have with Samsung. That's why I'm sort of mad, and that's why I refuse to review or buy Galaxy Note 9. All right, it's the user's right to be able to unlock the bootloader. That's something that the company shouldn't permanently lock it. Incredibly frustrating, yeah. Yeah, there's Samsung are whores and cocksuckers. There, Samsung are cocksuckers, assholes, whatever you want to call it. I don't give a shit anymore. I don't own Samsung or anything. I've sent them more customers than ever, and they just want to be a bitch about it. Then I'll be a bitch about it too. Fuck Samsung. There, you heard it. Fuck Samsung. Fuck Samsung. Fuck Samsung until they unlock my bootloaders. And if they still don't get it, then fuck that. Fuck Samsung. Because they need to hear some vulgar words. They're not gonna do anything if you tell them nicely, yo. So if you see Samsung reps, Samsung CEO, be like, fuck you. Fuck you. Really. That's right, you heard it at Moxley. One of the, and people like leaving these comments, oh my god, they didn't send you. Alright, let me switch to the camera so make it more funny. Alright, somebody was like saying, oh my god, he didn't send me. Sorry, hold on. Oh my god, Samsung didn't send you a free review phone, so you got pissed. You're salty. No, I'm salty because they keep locking the bootloaders. I bought every Galaxy Note from Galaxy Note 1, Note 2, Note 3, Note 4, Note 5. I bought Note 7. I was doing a video and broke it. I still have it. I got Note 8. I've bought every Galaxy S 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If there was a loyal customer, and I still own all of my Galaxy phones. I've sold 0 of them. All right. If you're talking about a very loyal customer, brand loyal customer, that's me. But I'm just sick and tired of it. All right. Them locking the bootloaders. Everywhere I go through the same thing. And the worst thing is people always ask me, hey Max, can I root my Samsung Galaxy S9? And then they say on T-Mobile, on Verizon, on AT&T. I'm like, no, Then now I gotta waste my time, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, or typing, how many times I've written it. If they just unlock the bootloader, I would not have to waste my time getting back to you guys, Yeah, I don't even want their sponsorship. Right now, this is about philosophy, about a company doing the right thing, giving me the keys to the engine compartment. And if they can't do that, I'm not going to support a company that acts like Apple, Well, there could be reasons. Some of the reasons might be, okay, maybe with an unlockable bootloader, that maybe it's easier to steal the phone. All right, maybe it is. But you know what? I've never lost my phone. People who lose your phones, you are dumbasses. You gotta be a dumbass to lose your phone. You know, I protect my phone with my life. All right. If you lose your phones often, that is entirely your fucking fault. All right. I have no sympathy for people who lose their phone because they just don't think of it seriously. You know, your phone is everything. You got your number, you got your passwords. You lose this, that's it. All right. That's not an excuse to lock the bootloaders. All right. Yes, a retard loses phone. All right, maybe you lose once in your lifetime. All right, everybody makes a mistake. But if you lose that like once a year, you are a fucking dumbass. You deserve to lose your phone. All right? But in my life, I've never lost my phone, ever. I've almost lost it. I've left it at a restaurant, but luckily I've been able to go back and they still hold it. You know, because I tip well, you know? And always tip well. If you lose your stuff and you didn't tip well, they will take your stuff. They'll feel happy about it. I'm in America. There's no tipping outside. All right, sorry, we got a little too emotional there, but that's what's really going on. I don't want to support companies that keep locking stuff down and they don't listen. You know, they don't listen. Maybe people who unlock bootloaders are very small population of customers, yo. Okay, maybe that's why they don't listen. But it's still a user's right. And I no longer want to support a company, you know. I'm gonna vote with my money, as some of you guys say. Yeah, so I'm saying you can't make that a reason for unlock bootloaders. Yeah, or lock bootloaders. But yeah, if they simply unlock all the bootloaders, you know, just the way Android was designed, how hard is it? It's for them. It's literally a button. All right, it's literally a button. They can still unlock the bootloaders for all the different phones with the software update. But they want to control everything you do. And the problem with stock firmware, for those of you who don't know, there are back doors for FBI, CIA on all Samsung phones. I bet you there is. All right? And if you're running a custom ROM such as Lineage, you're not going to have these back doors. The government always has a play. That's another reason why they keep it locked. It could be a government thing also. The government could be completely involved. But I believe there's always back doors for you know, the secret police out there. And that's sad. With a locked bootloader, unfortunately, if there is, now I can't prove it, if there is back doors, you're literally being spied, watched on. All right? All the time, or they can activate that back door and see what you're doing in the bathroom when you're watching porn. All right, even look at iPhones. Yeah, there is backdoors on these phones. That could be why maybe the U.S. government doesn't want the unlocked bootloaders. That's another reason to stay away from locked phones. Because you can't prove it. Samsung can't tell you, all right? But you can avoid all of that by rooting, unlocking the bootloader, installing a custom ROM, and now you're in full control. If you want to be spy agent, you would never use a phone with the locked bootloader. You know, custom ROMs are like phones spies use. You know, it's like, you know, James Bond style. Yeah, but I do strongly believe there are back doors. Man, and yeah, you never know. Yeah, that's why I like the international versions also. And it's really weird that only the US versions have lock bootloaders. The Korean versions don't have lock bootloaders. The international versions don't have it. Only the US versions do. Hey, Aziz, what's up? They don't like the public having an array of Pony Express Palm phones. What's up, Xbox Fanatic? You like the snacks video? Yeah. Yeah, it's a good concept, you know, because they stripped all the snacks straight from Korea. You know, the exported snacks are slightly different. Sometimes even the tastes are different. Sometimes they're made in America. But definitely the Korean snacks that are actually shipped from, it's the actual imported stuff. Samsung's Knox security versus Apple security. Hey, I don't like any of them. I don't trust Samsung. I do not trust Samsung Pass. I don't use it. I don't want somebody holding my passwords, especially Samsung. I would definitely not recommend using it. I actually use Google. I think Google's been proven to keep, you know, things like that, personal stuff, all right, from being exploited. The problem with Samsung is that they're good with phones, but they've never been into security business. All right, they have Knox and stuff. I don't trust all of that. I don't trust Samsung, period. All right. use 3310 for security. Yeah. Yeah, Google's been on online business for way longer than Samsung. I announced they're going to be on T-Mobile. I think that's good, but at the same time, I hope they don't lock the bootloaders. I'm gonna be so pissed. A huge news. It's just that they're officially supporting, so they'll sell them in Team. You'll be able to buy. Yeah, OnePlus 6T is gonna be on T-Mobile. If you already have T-Mobile, obviously a great way to get some customer support on the OnePlus devices without having to ship it back to OnePlus. Would I say get a Google phone? Google phones are good. I think they are still a little overpriced. I would try to get, yeah, they are a little overpriced, because the problem with Google is that they're not a manufacturing company. They outsource it to LG or HTC. So to recoup those profits, you're gonna have to price it a lot higher than, you know, other companies. They don't have manufacturing, which hurts them a lot in the price. So I don't think Google phones have the best deals when it comes out. But certainly 6 months after, a year after, Google phones become very good deal. Yeah. But yeah, in terms of dollar per, you know, value, Google phones aren't that great anymore. They used to be very cheap. Now they're very expensive. So my LG software. If I buy a Note 9 or S9 Plus, S9 Plus is way better deal. You're gonna get way more value. But a smart consumer who want to get the best deal, you would buy it at least 3 months after, maybe 2 months after. Just don't buy it when it first comes out. Yeah. You use e-wallet for passwords. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, don't use. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, don't trust nobody. You know, especially don't trust Samsung. Samsung is a phone manufacturer. They're not expert in, you know, passwords or security. Although they don't do too bad. All right, there haven't been instances. But I'm just saying, you know, they're not really a security company. I don't even use Samsung Pay. I don't even trust Samsung. I don't trust Samsung enough. I don't use Samsung Pay, man. It's a great technology, but it's too easy to get your phone, you know, somebody take it and just use it. I don't know. I'm so old school. I love Samsung Pay, the technology. I just don't trust Samsung. If they had like a third party, you know, running it, then I would trust Samsung. But they're not a security company. Yeah. Besides, sometimes having something that's not steal, with physical stuff, people have to physically steal it. With electronic stuff, it's hackable still. I don't know, man. Sometimes I'm very like I'm not very early adopter at all. LastPass, I don't know. I wouldn't trust any third party apps. No, LastPass, no. Because you never know. Somebody hacked their company and they take the whole damn database. The only thing you can trust is your own servers, or if it's not stored in the server. It does not use a server technology. Anytime your stuff is stored at somebody's server, then it's gonna get hacked, because that's what hackers go for. Hey, what's up, Richard Rotner? Welcome to the HighOnAndroid British Lawcast. welcome to Britain. Where do I buy Unlock Galaxy S9 Plus? You mean like Unlock Bootloader, Unlock Sim? I usually buy on eBay. Yeah. You use MyKeys Password Manager. Even if you use Password Manager, I would put a password on top of it. So if you're using a password manager, add your 4-digit code after the password app fills it out for you. And then you have to put additional 4 digits or whatever you want. So there's additional steps you can do even using these password managers. But don't rely on them 100%, because the moment somebody gets a hold of your account at LastPass or whatever password thing you use, your whole account's gonna get hacked. Yeah, best way is to write it on a piece of sheet, right? And also have another code that's in your brain that you don't write down. Roll it up, stick it up your ass, all right? And just only take it out when you absolutely forget it. Now you can keep it real secure. I'm just kidding though, right? Yeah, some people might actually do that. Encrypted, yeah. How good is fingerprint sensor on the Note 8? It's pretty good. I'm drinking Coke. I was too busy, so I bought McDonald's. When you're broke, you eat McDonald's because you're broke as fuck. When you're too rich, you eat McDonald's because you're too busy. You're too busy making money. I know somebody told me that. I know it's not true, but am I enjoying the Beamer? Yeah, I'm gonna actually just buy this out. Fuck you too. Whoever said that in Arabic. Guy there. I don't know how to read Arabic, so fuck you too. My lease is almost over, but this is like a brand new car. I have like 17,000 miles for like 3 years, so I might just buy this car out because I could ride it another couple of years, no problem. Until it's at least like 40,000, 50,000 is pretty much you, I think. I have the X5. Yeah, BMW in Korea, they had the 520D model had some kind of defect, so there's a huge concern over that model, but not for all of them. Yeah, not all the models affected, but I think 520D they only sell it in Korea or something. It's only the Korean models. Yeah, let's talk about cars. You guys want to talk about cars? Cars, yeah. Tesla. Let's talk about Tesla. I've seen a lot more Teslas here. I mean, I do actually eventually want to get a Tesla, but I just feel like everything's being rushed. It doesn't seem very professional how they're dealing with everything. I mean, you hear reports of Elon Musk like staying up at the factory for 5 days in a row or some shit. Like, there's gonna be human mistakes when, you know, people like, you know, like Elon does that. That's not very good for the image. People should be making cars, going on vacations, making cars when they're happy, so you have happy cars. But now we got tired cars that didn't get enough sleep. I just think right now it's a beta stage. Everybody that's buying a Tesla, you're at beta stage. And another huge concern with Teslas in general is the computer system, the automated driving. All that stuff is going through servers. Servers can be hacked, and I'm telling you, there will be one day where hackers will hack Teslas, and they'll be able to crash 100 Teslas, you know, simultaneously through the auto drive. All right. I mean, I'm sure it's very, very security high, but there's still going to be hackers trying to do that, stuff like that. It doesn't happen, but right now our technology is not there. This is all beta technology, and that's one thing I'm afraid of. In the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, buy a Tesla. Somebody gonna hack into this while I'm auto driving. You know, they're gonna crash it. I don't know, man. There's no track record. Tesla's a very, very new company. All right. Take an example. BMW is a company that's been making cars for, you know, maybe 100 years. I mean, it can still be fine. All right, but I'm just saying, you know, when it comes to safety, when it comes to life and death stuff like this, I don't know, man. I would just wait around until it's been proven. Maybe wait another 5 years. I don't know what that article's about. Just tell me. I can't go to that site because I'm driving it. Yeah, some people like leaving these comments like, "Oh Max, why you have no more content? Alright, let me do this like somebody leaving comments like, hey, this is my impersonation. Whoever left this comment, oh Max, why you leave content like this? You have no more thing to post on deck. Big fuck you. I post whatever the fuck I want on my fucking channel. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. All right. And plus, I want to be a, you know, person with a lot of experiences in anything. I don't want to be a fucking nerd. All right. The last thing I want to be is a fucking nerd. I want to be a very experienced in lots of different things, whether it's snacks, cancer, farming, gardening, fixers, whatever it is, you know. You want to be a balanced person. You don't want to be a fucking nerd, all right? That's the last thing I want to be, all right? And if you guys, all you do is hang out in front of a computer and play games, stop it, all right? Go play some golf, go hit some balls, you know? You have no life. You are a nerd then, all right? I don't want to be a nerd, all right? I grew up in the 80s, 90s. People telling me I'm a nerd. All right? And a lot of people try to make it cool, but you know what? I don't want to be a nerd. All right? I want to be cool. Fuck being a nerd, yo. Being a nerd just means that you stay in front of a computer, and I'm not a nerd, yo. All right, so that's why I'm uploading different types of content, because I'm a human being. You know, we want to be balanced people. All right, and that's how you get more girls too. You know, if you're in high school and you're a complete nerd, it's time to open your eyes. Go out to the movies, go ask some girls out. Go hit on some girls, yo. Otherwise you're gonna be stuck with another nerdy girl, and rest of your life it's not gonna be very, very fun. It's not gonna be balanced. All you're gonna do is nerd. Balance. You can be a cool nerd. Be a cool nerd, all right? And that's what I'm telling you, because I grew up with that whole nerd thing, and I hate it. I hate it when people call people nerds. Nobody should ever call somebody a nerd. It's very demeaning. It's racist. It's almost racist. It's like calling somebody something, you know? It's a very negative word. We should not even use it in tech. And I don't know why people want to be a nerd and even try to make it positive. Fuck that. Fuck being a nerd, all right? Be a cool nerd at least, all right? I'm sick and tired of people trying to make it into a positive thing, all right? I was there when people started calling nerds when it first started. It was really bad. You know what? Forget it. You don't want to be a nerd, all right? All right, at least be a cool nerd, all right? Have some diverse experiences. Have a balanced life. I don't even like the word geeks either. Geeks, nerd, all right? Back in the 80s or the 90s when I was growing up, you know, geeks, nerd referred to somebody very, very skinny, somebody who had glasses, somebody who can fight back, all right? That's why I don't want to be associated as a nerd or a geek, because I'm not, all right? I used to be one though, yeah, for sure. That's why you need to go work out, all right? You need to get buff, yo. Go look at Flossie. He's like a cool nerd, you know? You gotta be cool nerd at least. Be a cool geek, all right? Who can do a lot of different things. Otherwise, you will just be a nerd. Don't be just a nerd. But I love the nerds, yeah. The candy nerds. It's fucking great. All right, sorry. I didn't mean to go off. All right. But the most important thing is, if you're a young guy right now, if you're a millennial, do you want to be with a hot girl when you grow up, when you graduate from college? All right, you probably do. You want some nice, you know, really hot chick, you know, boobs with 5 double D, some nice ass. If you want that, you need to be a cool nerd, man. It's time to prepare. And if you're under 18, you have all the time to prepare for that. You have all of your life, all right, so you can get these hot chicks. All right. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe the guy's not into girls, but at least you'll have a better life. You'll be experiencing a lot of things, you know. You don't have to be just one-sided, you know. And that's why I'm diversifying on my stuff, you know. So when I first started my channel, it wasn't about Android. It was all things tech, right? I love Android, but I don't want to be stuck with just Android only. B-ball for bitches, okay? I can look at the chat, yeah. Rush Hour 7, yeah, we're working on it. I got some stuff to take care of, and then I'm gonna fly to New York City. I think maybe September, yeah. Because right now I'm trying to spend more time with my daughter, and you know how it is during the summer. It's very most valuable time for me. The only time I can really spend with Peony every day. You know, I mean, I don't do everything with her every day, but still, something I want to, you know, keep it in my family. Besides that, oh man, summer is the worst time to go to New York City. So hot, so many people. You know, you walk in New York City, you got people not using deodorant, man. It's not just New York City, any big city. Oh man, you go to Seoul right now in Korea. Oh man, in Korea people don't use deodorant. They don't even sell deodorant. All right, it's one of the cultural differences. I think they do have some now in certain, but in general, people don't use deodorant in Korea. Yeah. But it's culturally, that's just perfectly normal because Koreans don't use deodorant. That's like totally American thing. They might put on some perfume or something, but yeah, people don't use deodorants. But another fact is that if you use a lot of deodorant all the time, then you have to keep using it. A lot of Koreans, they don't actually have, like me, if I don't use deodorant, usually I don't actually smell anyway. I don't really have BO. Sometimes I do. I don't know. Yeah, so I think there's also some differences. Maybe the environment, I don't know. What website you should go for ZTE? I'm actually still working on it. White people stink. No, I don't think just white people stink. I don't think it has to do with race. But yeah, I think if you get in the habit of using deodorant, you actually stink more than not using it all the time. But there's still people that stink a ton in Korea also. Yeah, those are just it's bad. Like in the summer, you get in the subway in Korea. Oh man, they got the handles and everybody's like this, holding onto the handles and shit, or in the bus, and you're like, and then sometimes there's these tall people, and then their armpits are like right in front of your nose. You're like, ah! And then sometimes the bus stops, and then sometimes you like hit the armpits like right on, and then you're like, ah! And then the smell stays with you, man. Oh my god, that's the worst. Oh, you go to the bathroom and try to wipe all that stuff off, it still doesn't come off. Oh yeah, that's what summer in big cities are like, all right, including New York City, Seoul, Madrid, wherever you go, especially if you're taking any kind of public transportation, So yeah, I don't like going to travel. I like the fall, spring, winter. Winter's great because in the winter, all that BO is gone because it gets frozen, all that smell. It kills all the bacteria. It's so cold, bacteria can't live. Yeah, best time to go to Korea. But if you don't like the cold, then it could be a problem. Just wear a thick jacket and you'll be fine. Hey, what up, Mr. Food Stamp? Anything particular miss about Korea? Oh man, definitely all the Korean food, especially the Korean makgeolli, the rice wine, the one that because the real Korean rice wine, they only last, the expiration date is only a week. That's why they can't really export it here. They have the one that could last 30 days, but the taste is different. Also the Korean food, because the Korean food you eat here, even in New York City, in Koreatown or LA, that's like 1% of all the great Korean food in Korea. Literally, Korea is a very small country, but in terms of how much different types of food they have, it's more than entire food types here in the US. All right, it is amazing how much different types of food is in Korea. I'm telling you, it's more than all the cultures put together here. I'm saying like the different types. There's more types of Korean food in Korea. It's amazing. The Korean barbecue you see here, that's just one of many thousands of different Korean barbecues that you can in Korea. Because in Korea, Korea's made up of like states. There's maybe 4 or 5 main states comparable, and then there's also there's maybe 100 different small regions that have their own type of food. So if you think about that, oh man, the type of food you can eat in Korea, if you travel the whole Korea, is crazy amount of different types of food. You know, variety of food. Yeah, so the Korean food you see here, that's not Korean food. That's like 1% of what you can eat in Korea. Of course, you do also have to know where to go. Don't go to touristy places. You know, actually know some Korean people. Um, you know, then they can tell you, because you know all the Koreans go to. They know all the good places. You know. Music's okay. I'm not really a fan of K-pop that much. Actually, my daughter's friend is actually a more fan of BTS. I'm not. You know what? I'm gonna be completely honest. I really don't care about BTS. I'm sorry. I know they're Korean and stuff, but I love Psy. Probably because he's my generation, sort of. But BTS music, I'm sorry, but I'm not really a fan of. I think I don't know, maybe the music. I'm really more into sort of like 80s hip hop. I mean, in terms of music, I guess I'm not really Korean, you know, taste. Yeah, I don't know why people are so crazy about BTS here. Like, more non-Koreans actually love BTS than, you know, actual. I, I don't know how many. I don't know how many people in my generation actually love BTS. Next time I talk to my friends in Korea, I'll ask them like, "What do you think of BTS?" But it's probably a generation thing. Usually these musics are targeted for, you know, a lot younger people, like teens and stuff. So yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, but I'm, you know what? Honestly, I I don't really care for BTS too much. They don't. But I started following them a little bit. I am proud of what they're doing. You know, it doesn't mean I hate them or anything. I'm actually really proud that they're able to get their music out as Korean. So I'm really proud what you guys are doing. But in terms of taste of music, it's just not my type of music. I'm sorry, but that stuff's just gonna bore me. Like, yeah, I'll listen to 80s hip hop, dubstep. I don't know. My music tastes are pretty American nowadays. Bob Marley, you know. Yeah. Anyway, they have pretty awesome rappers. Yeah, I mean the raps are not too bad. I don't know. Also, I'm into like I'm into the older generation Korean rap. Yeah, some of the stuff I used to listen to. Anyway, yeah, K-pop is just not. I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of K-pop. I mean, I'm not really a big listener of K-pop. That's what I'm saying. %80 charge method. Yeah. Sorry, my YouTube app's just getting wonky here. Yeah, so 80% SAM fail method, we covered this earlier. But basically, that root method sucks. You have an engineering boot, which just causes your phone to be laggy or lose battery quickly. And or also, well, it will also cause you to not be able to charge beyond 80%. So I don't recommend it unless you want to completely destroy your phone, make it like half-ass good as stock. And I just don't want to make tutorials for it, because once I make tutorials and then it cripples your phone, that sends a very bad message for people who are trying root for the first time. And that hurts me a lot, because I don't want people to have that kind of experience. Yeah. So yeah, so I don't recommend it. Yeah, so I started growing hair. I'll have a video next week, but I started applying some aloe to top of my hair, use as hair gel, and then my line here, I'm like, where the hell? Why do I have new hair here? I was like, whoa! Aloe does work, so I was like so amazed. But I'll have a video on that, and in the next few days. Aloe can be amazing for hair growth. So yeah, I posted that on Instagram, but yeah. I'm gonna see if I can try to like get my line way lower, and then maybe I'll get one of those K-pop haircuts, like all like down here. I'm sure, man. I always answer questions out here. Wheat plus aloe miracle drug? Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe oil and oh man, something going on here. Thought of the responsibility. Yeah, I mean, whenever I have time, I do these lives, and sometimes it's good to have a little live talk and talk shit about things and talk about it the way it really is, how I feel, No need to just have some advertising on my channel. Because too many people try to make their whole, YouTube channel into the advertising. So I just don't follow them anymore. I'm like, okay, whatever. Twerp on S8 plus Exynos. You can't wipe data. You have to wipe data first. Yeah, after you install it, you have to wipe data, and then you gotta reboot your twerp recovery, and then you'll be able to access everything else, which is in the tutorial. But make sure you follow all the steps. I'm sorry, getting cut off here. Maybe this traffic causing everybody. Also, for Fortnite, you need to install GL Tools on the Play Store. It will cost you like $3.99. The free version on XT8 does not work. It might work if you have like a really old version of Android, like KitKat. Oh, look at this dude! Look at this dude! Oh, look at his motorcycle! He was just leaning so nicely. Oh, this fat dude, yo. Great on the motorcycle. Sorry, I got off topic. Yeah, but you need GL Tools app to play, and then fake your RAM and your GPU for older devices less than 3 gigs. So there's a few videos online. I think there's a few guides on XDA already. You can try referring to that. I'm gonna make my guide too. I'm still working on it. The only thing is I'm having some problems too, because some of my phones are not passing safety net, and I've spent all day the other day. So yeah, sometimes I get stuck, and I just move on to something I can do right now, because otherwise I get stuck without a video. So that's why I did the snack, because I couldn't figure anything out, or I won't have time. So yeah, UK firmware is just fine. If you have a regular international version, you don't need any like carrier dependent apps or something, special apps. Maybe like Argentina has their own TV app that only works with that carrier. Then you're good to go. You can go ahead and update with United Kingdom. You can just flash. You can just go ahead and you don't even have to flash the bootloader. Most of the time, the bootloader you don't have to flash. The older bootloader will sometimes work better. On Samsung devices, all you're doing is when you update your bootloader, you're just making your phone more locked. Like the Note 8 had a completely unlocked bootloader, and then with the update, if you update the bootloader, and then now you were in 7-day jail. So sometimes updating the bootloader, it's going the opposite way. So you gotta know. I would just not update the BL part of it. It's completely useless. Do I like the new Sony devices? Yeah, they don't actually look too bad. I haven't bought any. I might get into Sony's more. I'm still working on the Sony root tutorial. Once that's up, I might start doing more Sony. I might actually start doing a lot more other brands, because I think I was focusing too much on Samsung, and people got the wrong idea that I'm a Samsung fanboy, or and I don't want that. I mean, it's time to sort of be diverse in that area too. Be balanced with Android. So that's another reason I don't want to no longer focus on Samsung too much, because it takes way too much of my time. I want to be more balanced, so I can also help you guys who have other types of phones. For mount data, you mean for the main? Are you talking about like a USB OTG, or are you actually talking about the internal storage? Yeah, you need to wipe data when you root, but that will erase everything on your phone. So make sure you back up everything before. The future of Bitcoin, definitely in the long run, it's gonna replace everything we know as internet. So Bitcoin is not just future of currency; it's also future of internet. And if you know how Bitcoin works, how technology works, how current technology works, right now we're relying on servers. Now the blockchain technology will solve the issues. We won't need servers. We won't need backups. Everything's already backed up. It's a new technology that's just gonna radically change the internet. So yeah, I would just say read into it. And I'm not gonna no longer offer financial advice, but this is the technology that's simply gonna change the world. And if you don't know about it, it's time to just learn about it. Even if you don't make money on it, if you learn about it, you'll be ready for it. Yeah, Renovate Ice ROM looks pretty good. Yeah, I'll definitely try it on my S8 soon. If you're using a Note 5, I would actually upgrade to the Note 8 for the best deals. If you want to upgrade to the Note 9, if you want to get the best prices, I would actually wait another 2 months. Then you'll have way better deals. But if you get some promotions, but I don't think they have Note 5 promotions. You can use up to Galaxy S7 Edge to get $500 on most carriers, I think. That's probably the best deal. The best deal is actually if you have a Galaxy S7 in good condition, then you can get $500 for that. But if you had any newer phone, then yeah, it might not be worth it, because Trump hate Huawei. Now there's a big trade war going on. I'm sort of neutral, depending on what the outcome is. But it is true that Chinese products have been taking advantage of America. We should have taxed the hell out of them a little bit more. These are just my personal opinions, but to some extent, I think what Trump is doing is right. We're just negotiating better prices for goods, so we get, in the long run, U.S. goods will be better. More, I don't know, but I guess it hurts us as consumers. But if you think about the long term, yeah, maybe it's time to buy American goods. Yeah, so Huawei just had bad luck. It's not Huawei's fault. But right now, we definitely, as an American, we definitely need to do something about the trade. I know you all love buying Chinese products for hella cheap. Most of our stuff we buy is Chinese. But at the same time, the problem is the Chinese government has so much power now, so much money. They're doing things the way they want to. And I don't like that. Actually, a couple months back, this actually happened in Korea. Chinese government blocked Lotte supermarkets all over China. They lost maybe 300, maybe $500 million. The Korean Lotte, they got attacked, not because of their business practices, but simply the government, political issues. So this was a big issue for Koreans, and basically the Chinese government use all their dirty ass tactics to kick out Lotte from China, and it was very unfair for Koreans. And they couldn't do anything because the Chinese government has too much power. And I think it's time to step up. And you got to tell the Chinese government to back off. You need to trade 100%, unfair, fair business practices. All right. And I know that's happened to the Koreans, but the same thing will happen in the future to other countries. And I think, this is a step in the right direction, actually, for the Americans, the American government. You know what? Really, I don't support. Like I said, the main reason I don't buy Apple products is because they're closed source. They don't support the open source. All right. Chinese government does not support. If they truly support open trading, they would not do these practices where they kick out businesses for no real reason other than political issues. Because the Chinese government was mad at the U.S. government for putting up missiles, the radars, to North Korea. All right, that's what happened. So all these businesses got engulfed, all right, by the Chinese government because of political reasons, and that's not cool. And if they can separate it from innocent businesses, that would have been fine. But they made it into a whole, they were just being a bitch about it, the Chinese government. So yeah, so in a way, that's what's happening to Huawei. Simply, it's sort of a, for every effect, their opposite effect. All right, so you have to look at Korea is really America's sort of not a puppet, but they're very closely connected. All right, and I think that's also happening in retaliations to stuff like that. So if you dig into the history, there's a reason why these things are happening to Huawei or ZTE. And if the Chinese government want to fix it, they need to stop. They need to stop treating businesses unfairly. All right. And for a while, I just didn't want to buy Chinese products, including Huawei. So that's another reason I've stopped doing Huawei reviews for a while. But I've sort of forgave him now. I'm sort of like neutral now because at least the U.S. government's doing something about it. But yeah, that was like very unfair. Governments. I don't like any governments when they do that. Yeah, it really wasn't about Huawei, but when somebody's government does something shitty like that, it's just like, oh man, I don't want to buy any more Chinese products, What do you think about Chinese government by UN? Yeah, that's scary too. I don't want Chinese government financing shit, looking at how they dealt with this situation, look at what China's gonna do if they become any bigger. I'm afraid China gonna try to take over the whole world, and doing it unfairly, treating other countries unfairly. And that's not cool. It's time to step up. The trade wars. In a way, I sort of agree that we do have trade wars. Even though it's hurting a ton of business, there's collateral damage. At least somebody is doing something, all right? And we're collateral damage too. But unfortunately, the Chinese government has way too much power over businesses, And that's a problem right now. The Chinese government has always been the problem. Did you know hip-hop is banned in China? All right, how fucked up is that? Did you know YouTube is banned in China? How fucked up is that? Why the fuck do they think they can control YouTube or people's taste of music? That's 100% fucked up. I hate the Chinese government, man. I've always hated them for shit like that. Unfortunately, that's what Chinese government is, all right? But now, I'm not saying the Chinese people are bad, all right? The Chinese people, the Chinese culture is fine. Fine, all right? I'm saying the Chinese government, people, the politicians make these things. And those politicians need to be brought down, or maybe they need a better political system. But right now, it's really clashing with the world politics, world businesses. We're seeing, we've helped, everybody in the world helped China become big. All right, China didn't become big by themselves. We voted with our money by going to Walmart and buying $2.99 underwear. Yeah, that's actually my favorite boxers. We voted with our money, bought underwear, socks, clothes. All right? And now they have so much power. They want to do whatever the real whatever they wanted to do are coming out, and I don't like it. And a lot of people don't like it. All right? Yeah, so I don't like that. You know, a country having too much power, especially that country's government, it's not good for any of us. You know, we don't want to have another Hitler. We don't want to have another, you know, some dictatorship, or we don't want to have some country having too much control. All right, that's just bad for the world. And China's already working on these long range. Bad. I'm sorry. I think my LG G6 is sort of. It's getting hot. I'm not sure what's going on, but normally I have a lot better with the V20. Better luck. So yeah, the problem is what we're talking about. Yeah, we need to, as a world, look at what's happening. China's making these missiles the U.S. can't even detect anymore. You know. And yeah, we got. It's time to be afraid. And they're still not really a fully democratic country, and it's scary what they can do. They can possibly do in the future. Yeah. So yeah, we got to be careful, and we can vote with our money. All right. We need to support whether you live in, I don't know, India, America. You need to support your country's stuff more, anyways. You know. You need to buy more American. If you're Indian, you need to buy more Indian. If you're Korean, you need to buy more Korean stuff. All right? Every country actually needs to become more independent. Stop depending on China. You know? Yeah, we need to stop supporting China so much. It's everybody's fault. Everybody started buying these cheap-ass goods from China. And now look at what happened. Now China can do whatever the hell it wants, you know? They have so much money, so much power. This is horrible for the world, you know? That's the big problem, you know? Yeah, with no U.S. products. So in a way, what Trump is doing, I somewhat agree, right? But I'm not for Trump. I'm a neutral or against him. Well, I'm against a lot of things he does. But, you know, as far as this trade war goes, I think it's better to happen now than later. You know, we need to really buy more American as Americans, for those of you in Korea, you know. But the Chinese government will not make a change, all right, until somebody steps in and says that this is wrong. Yeah, I mean, what Trump doing at the border, of course, that's a whole nother story. That's dumb, plain stupid. Yeah. Attacking your own, you know. Yeah, that's real stupid. We'll have to do another political session. He also hates Koreans. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Iran doesn't have the Jew bank. Alright, what does that mean? I have no idea, man. I'm stuck in traffic, yo. Russia kicked Jews out. Yeah, even my dad, well, we'll talk about my dad. This traffic's so bad. Anyway, guys, I don't want to make this too long, so we'll end it here for today. All right, but yeah, it's nice talking to you guys, And I'll talk to you later. Don't take life too seriously. Yeah, and have a great weekend. Buy Max Coin. No, buy Doge.